Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. I hope you're all doing really well. Today's video we are decluttering and downsizing my makeup collection. This is something I have wanted to do for the longest time, but I keep putting it off. So I thought to myself, I know you guys usually enjoy watching declutter videos and it always helps motivate me as well to just get these done. So today I decided to grab the camera and film this for you. So I really want to streamline things down, decrease my collection, downsize my makeup collection, and I thought it'd be quite a nice one to film. So hopefully you will enjoy that and help me out in the comments as well, because I'm sure I will be asking for your help and your opinion on some of these, whether I should keep or declutter. So make sure you comment down below and I hope you enjoy watching. Let's kickstart things with drawer number one. Now, let me just remove this. This is just a clear pouch, one of those Space NK ones. These are great for travel, which then leaves us with mascaras at the back, bronzers and some highlighters here, and some powders and blushes in here. Let's start on this end. I have a couple of powders here. Powders admittedly don't really have a home in my drawers, which is why they're just here, but this is the Benefit Professional Power Powder. Now this is a newer powder. I've not used this, like a pressed powder. I am actually tempted to try this one, to be honest with you, so I will hold on to it. Now this one, however, is from Rodial. I've probably had this in like every single makeup declutter video I've done over the years, because I have just had this for the longest amount of time and I don't reach for it. But I've tried to declutter it time and time again. It's still brand new, but anytime it goes near the declutter pile, I always feel like, oh no, maybe I should keep it. But this time I think it's finally time to say goodbye. These Hourglass palettes as well, I find them so difficult to say goodbye to because it's just stunning, and they're powders, they're pressed powders. I just can't say goodbye to these. I have one in my makeup bag as well, and I also think I have one in Portugal, which is kind of like the summer palette. These are just too hard to say goodbye to. This is one of the ambient light palettes and I just love it. Then we have the only highlighter I own. This is Becca's Champagne Pop. And it's just beautiful. I don't really use highlighters much, if at all, to be honest, but it genuinely is the only one I have, so I am going to hold on to it. This is from Sculpted by Amy, and it's one of the cream blushes. Now, this might be one of the first things that I'm going to say goodbye to. I don't use cream blushes often enough, I don't think, so this one's going to go. From number 7, this is the matte powder blusher in the shade Honey. Now, as you can see, this is kind of like a bronzy, like peachy colour, which isn't necessarily my go-to, so I think I'm going to declutter this. A couple of Benefit products. These little Benefit boxes are just so iconic in, I think, everybody's collection. So this is the Benefit Sunny Blush, and it's a really nice sort of like orangey tone. Quite a nice one for the summer. So this is going in my maybe pile. I'm undecided. And then I guess I spoke too soon. I said I had only one highlighter, but Cookie from Benefit is also a highlighter. Actually, this is brand new. It's still sealed. So now I'm toying with whether I should keep both of these or if I should declutter one. Maybe because the Benefit highlighter is new, I'm going to declutter. Someone else can enjoy that. This is a blush from Laura Mercier. This is in the shade Rosé. I will be honest, I don't really reach for powder blushes much, if at all. I am really into my cream blushes, or like my liquid blush at the moment. This is a very nice shade, so this is going in the maybe. This is another iconic product. It is NARS's Orgasm Blush, and oh, it's just iconic. I don't see myself getting rid of this one, so I'm going to put it in the maybe for now, but I'm pretty sure I'll keep this. I have one of these stacks from Trini London, and I always think these are such genius products, but admittedly, I don't really use them. This one, clearly, I've stubbed my nail in, which is very annoying. But generally speaking, yeah, these are all new. Like, I've just never used them. I mean, there are some really, really gorgeous shades in here, even like a bronzing shade, but if I haven't used them in this long, will I use them? Maybe it's time to declutter. Next up, this is from Revolution, and it's actually a fairly new launch from Revolution. It's one of their blush sticks. I actually have one in my makeup bag at the moment, which, I mean, I'm impartial to, but I just think because this is a new one, someone else can probably enjoy that, and I've got the other. This is a bit of a random one. So this is a Charlotte Tilbury Golden Glow. It's basically a lip and cheek duo. You can sort of use this on both your lips and your cheeks, but this is just the refill. I don't actually have the original sort of packaging for this, but I was randomly sent one of the refills. I think this is a really nice shade. It's the shade Golden Glow, and it's just, it feels like a really nice natural color, but I actually think a little bit too natural for me, if I'm being completely honest. Like on my lips, I'm not sure this would look amazing on me, and again on my cheeks, I don't quite know if this is right for me, so I think I might declutter this one. Oh, and here we have another Revolution new launch, this time the Blush Bomb Liquid Blusher. This looks like such a scary color, actually, I have to be honest, but I can only imagine that I would have perhaps swatched this before making my mind up, but now I've swatched that again. That looks so like scary. Oh, I think that's way too dark for me. I think I'm going to declutter that. This is from Hourglass Vanish Blush Sticks. This is in the shade Sacred, and I really did love these, but honestly I haven't reached for them in a really long time. I definitely have one of these in my makeup bag as well, so I think I'm going to choose one of those and leave it in my makeup bag, but they're not going back in here. And then from Trish McAvoy, this is the Liquid Face Color, kind of like a liquid blush. I have tried to use this quite a few times, but it just doesn't really work for me, unfortunately. There's something about this that doesn't sit quite right on my skin. I find it ends up just kind of like disappearing, really, so I'm going to declutter this. So these were the 3 blushes in my maybe pile, and I'm trying to decide whether I should keep or declutter. I kind of want to say goodbye to this orangey shade because admittedly it's just not what I reach for. I mean, sometimes in the summer, but really not often enough. But then I'm also thinking, am I going to miss having something like this in my collection by getting rid of absolutely all of them? So maybe I will keep the Sunny by Benefit. And then honestly, these two look really similar on camera, but in real life they're definitely different, so I think I'm going to keep them. I actually think I did a pretty good job of decluttering like elsewhere, so I think I can keep these. On this side I have a couple of newbies, so okay, we'll start here. This is Milk Chocolate Soleil by Too Faced. Love this, such a classic. And then also from Too Faced, this is the Born This Way Soft Blur Flexible Finish Setting Powder. I do actually think I'm going to keep this one. This is in the shade Medium, and it's a really nice like compact powder. I haven't yet used this, so I am looking forward to giving that a try, but I just feel like it doesn't take up too much space either. On to bronzers next. So first up from Benefit, this is the Benefit Hoola, again in a really great compact size, brand new, but I am going to keep this because I know I love it. Then from Sculpted by Amy, this is another cream product, but this is a cream bronzer instead. And actually, I do think I'm going to hold on to this one because I think it's quite a nice shade, and I think it will be a nice one in the summer. Then from Too Faced, this is the Chocolate Soleil. So again, I haven't used this one. So I have both the Chocolate Soleil and also the Milk Chocolate Soleil. I don't know if I need both of them, but I also feel like I definitely do need both of them. I know that probably sounds a bit contradictory, but this is just a nicer, darker one, and the Milk Chocolate is much lighter. I'll show you. So this is the Milk Chocolate Soleil versus the Chocolate Soleil. I mean, again, I feel like on camera they are kind of looking similar, but the chocolate is just a bit cooler toned, to be honest with you. And actually looking at them both together, I was going to try and argue that I have to keep them both, but I've actually changed my mind. I think the Chocolate Soleil is going to go, and I'm just going to keep the Milk Chocolate. So this is the Peexo On The Glow Bronzing Stick, and it's exactly that. It's a bronzer stick, but honestly, I haven't reached for it. I think it's definitely something more for summer, and I think at the moment I'm enjoying other products, so I'm going to declutter this one. This is fairly new. It's from Too Faced, and it's one of their contour sticks. Sometimes my camera isn't focusing. There we go. Okay, so this is a contour stick. I don't have any other contour products in my collection, so this is quite a compact one as well, and I think it's quite a nice colour, so I will keep it in case I do ever decide to contour again. Then from Revolution, this is again one of their sticks, but this time it's a bronzing stick. I don't love the colour of this, to be honest with you, actually. I think it's a little lighter and possibly a bit like too warm for my skin tone. And so because this is a new one, I think I'm going to declutter and someone else can enjoy that. This is from number 7, and this is their matte bronzing powder in Golden Sand. This is actually a really nice bronzer, so I'm going to keep this one. How iconic is this? This is the Charlotte Tilbury Film Star Bronze and Glow. It's actually just a mini, but I think it's good to have, you know. I used to use this so much. This one is actually still new. I still haven't used this one, but I'm going to keep it, even if it's just for the memories. From Trish McAvoy, this is the Light and Lift Face Colour Duo. So in here, there is a highlight and a bronzer. This is actually new. I haven't used this. And I think if I haven't used this, it means I'm unlikely to use it. So I'm going to declutter. I really am trying to be ruthless here. This is again from Sculpted by Amy. It's the Bare Basics Eyes and Face Palette. Again, this is brand new. I still haven't used it, but I actually think this is like kind of a great little palette. So we have 3 eye colours in here, including a shimmer, a highlight, a blush, a setting powder and a bronzer. This seems like such a great travel palette actually, so I am going to keep this one. I was tempted to declutter it, but I think I've been quite good at decluttering, so I'm going to give myself this one and keep it. I actually think I've done a pretty good job of decluttering this section, that I may be able to fit the blushes and bronzers together, which honestly I haven't been able to do in years. I have managed to fit in bronzers, blushes and also highlight in there, which is really good. I do have now 1 empty box, which is great. That's what we want to see. And then my 2 powders, but I really think that my 2 powders can even just like slot here in the side. But for the time being, I will leave them there. But this now brings us on to something that needs a serious amount of work, and that is my mascara collection at the moment. This is so out of hand. Like, this is filled to the brim with mascaras, and I'm sorry, but a single person does not need this many mascaras. I'll go even further and say that it's even more ridiculous for me because I am so strict with pretty much only using waterproof mascara, and I'll be shocked if more than 5 mascaras in here are waterproof. So we've got a lot to do. I don't even know where to start. Okay, so these 3 I'm going to keep. I have 2 of the Too Faced Better Than Sex waterproof mascaras and also a L'Oreal Lash Paradise waterproof mascara. The L'Oreal Lash Paradise is my go-to, has been for years, but I do also enjoy using the Too Faced Better Than Sex in waterproof, so I think I'm going to keep, well, I know I'm going to keep those 3 because they're waterproof. And next, let's talk Benefit mascaras, because I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 Benefit Bad Girl Bang mascaras. These are all just like different variations of the same, can't even hold them in one hand, of the same mascara, which clearly I do not need. So, okay, first up, I think I have 2 of the same. Yes, this is the original Benefit Bad Girl Bang mascara in black. I have 2 of those, so at least 1 can go, if not both of them. I'm going to decide in a second, but 1 can definitely go. And then they launched them in a couple of other colours. Now, I do think it's kind of cool to have these mascaras in other colours, and I don't have any others in different colours. So it is, I'm going to be honest, it's probably bad of me, but it is definitely, I'm sort of swaying towards keeping them. And if I do decide to keep these 3, then I am going to declutter the standard black. I don't know if that's crazy, but that is what I'm thinking at the moment. And then this is Benefit Bad Girl Bang, but different packaging. And I want to say this is the waterproof version. Yes, this is the waterproof version. So waterproof version, I'm going to keep. The black, I'm going to declutter. And as part of a wild card, I'm just going to keep these 3 colours because I don't have any other coloured mascaras, and you never know. But that wasn't all for Benefit mascaras actually. I do also have another 3 from Benefit. So this is the Benefit Fan Fest mascara, and I have actually used this one before, and admittedly I can't remember whether I liked it or not, so that's not great. So I'm just going to declutter it. Now this might sound crazy, but I don't even think I've ever heard anybody speaking about this mascara, which isn't filling me with the most confidence. I don't want to open them because as soon as I open these, they just start to dry out. And if I want to give them to my friends and family, then they won't be able to use them. So I think I'm just going to declutter. Which brings us to the final Benefit mascara. And this is actually a fairly new launch from Benefit. I received the mailer maybe in like January or February time. I haven't had the chance to try this yet. And seeing as I did get rid of the other black mascaras, I think I will keep this one and give it a go. I have a couple of mascaras from Revolution Beauty as well. This is the Wispify False Lash Mascara, and this is the Revolution Peptide Strength. Oh, this is a lash and brow serum actually. Okay, so I think I'll keep the serum. I'll probably give that a go. But in terms of the mascara, I'm going to declutter. Another popular mascara over here. This is the Lancome Hypnose Drama. I have 4 of them. So this is the Extreme Volume Mascara, which is still brand new in box, so I am going to declutter it. And this is the Hypnose Drama. This one is the Lancome Hypnose Drama as well. And I think this one, yep, Lancome Hypnose Drama as well, just in different packaging. If I'm not mistaken, I think this silver packaging was sort of like part of a Christmas exclusive or something. So I think I'm just going to declutter all of them. 8 Hypnose Mascara. And this is in like funkier packaging, still really nice, but again, I'm going to declutter. 4 more from Lancome. This is a Monsieur Big by Lancome. This one I do like. This is the Lancome Lash Idole. I actually really like the waterproof version of that one. This one is the original version, so I'm unsure. This I think is another Monsieur Big, yes, but this was in limited edition packaging. I'm going to keep this one because I love this packaging. And then this is a primer. I think it's a eyelash booster. It is basically like a primer, like a mascara primer, which I don't often use. So I think I'm going to declutter all the rest of these. It just feels like such a waste for me to keep this many mascaras that I probably won't get around to using and then will just end up drying out. I've got an Estee Lauder mascara here. This is the Turbo Lash Mascara. I think I'm going to declutter. This is from Stila Cosmetics, and these are the Huge Extreme Lash Mascara. Again, I just think I'm going to declutter. This is from NARS. This is their Climax Mascara, and I actually did use this and did enjoy using this, so I do think I'm going to keep it. And then I have 2 of these from L'Oreal. They're both from the Telescopic range, which again is a mascara that I've heard really good things about. So I have the Telescopic Lift and then the Telescopic, the standard Telescopic, I guess. I actually don't know too much about the difference between these 2 mascaras, but I'm not going to keep both of them. I think for me and my lashes, the Telescopic Lift probably sounds like the best one to sort of lift and maybe hold a curl a bit better. So I'll keep that one and I will declutter the original Telescopic. This is a Swede mascara and I think I'm going to declutter. Then I have 2 from Number 7. And I know there was one of these that I really liked, but I just cannot remember which of the 2 it is. But they are actually both opened because I have used both of these mascaras before. So really they shouldn't be in here because they are just going to dry out. So what I think I'm going to do is pop them into my everyday makeup bag and then decide. And finally, this is another mascara that I will be decluttering. This is from the brand Authored, which no longer is around, so I just don't think it's worth me keeping. I did never get the chance to try this though, so I don't want to then try it and fall in love with it knowing that I cannot get this mascara anymore, so I'm going to declutter. I have just counted 18 mascaras in fact that I have decluttered, and I've kept 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Oh my gosh, I've decluttered more than I kept. I feel like that deserves a pat on the back. I don't know if I've done too good of a job though, and I may change my mind and pop in a couple of others. Notably, I think I would be tempted to keep the Idol mascara because I do like it. Maybe one of the Lancome Hypnose mascaras as well, just because I had so many of those that I feel like it's no harm if I kept one of them. Possibly the Stila mascara as well, because it's one that I haven't tried before, so it could be a good one. You never know. Maybe that's it. And you know what? Maybe I will. I do feel like that's kind of cheating, but I'm going to keep them. I've done a really good job still, I think. I didn't put my Too Faced contour stick away, so I'm going to, am I going to do that now? It's not going to fit. Ah, yeah, it will fit there. Will it? There we go. Made it work. So let's go down to drawer number 2. Down here, quite a lot going on. We've got base products at the back, then some eyeshadowy products, some concealers, some eyeliners, which I never use, brow products, and then like some miscellaneous bits and bobs here as well. So quite a lot to get through as well. I feel like here is really where I need to do a lot of work, but let's start off with this right at the top. This is from Charlotte Tilbury, and I actually got this for Christmas. It is the Airbrush setting spray, flawless setting spray. I've heard so much good stuff about this, so I'm definitely keeping it. This is Overflow from the brow drawer. What else do I have here? I have some false lashes, which honestly I really like barely ever use. I've also got a lash glue in here that might be expired, to be honest, and then just some other lashes. I think I'm going to declutter. I'm tempted to keep the Ardell Wispies because they're iconic, but I think these two from Eyelure I'm going to declutter. And same goes to the Duo Glue. This is going to be decluttered because I just don't know how long I've had this. Let me just start with this eyeshadow section because honestly, I'm going to say it, all of this could go. I barely ever use eyeshadows, and when I do, I am a bronzer for eyeshadow kind of girl. So let's see though, there doesn't seem to be too much in here. So this is from Laura Mercier, and this is the Wild Rose eye colour. It does look like just a really nice sort of shimmery eye all over the lid shade, but I don't use it. I'm going to declutter. A couple of eyeshadow primers. I don't really feel like I need both of these. I've never used the Too Faced Shadow Insurance though, and I think oh no, this does feel kind of, maybe I haven't used either of these. Okay, I definitely have an Urban Decay eyeshadow primer potion somewhere else, so I think I'm going to keep the Too Faced one because I've never tried it. Or is that a mistake? Should I keep the Urban Decay because it's tried and tested, or should I keep something new? I think for the time being, I'm going to keep the Urban Decay, but if I've made a mistake, let me know in the comments. 2 Shade and Define sticks from number 7. I've got a dark brown colour and then a lighter sort of shimmery shade. I think I'm going to declutter both. And then a few loose shadows. This is from number 7. It's the Antique Rose eyeshadow trio. It's got a trio of shades in here, which is actually really nice and really does come in handy, but like I said, I don't use this, so I don't feel like I need it. From Merit, this is one of their single shadows. I mean, it's a really lovely, beautiful colour, but it's brand new. I've not used it, so I'm going to declutter. This from Urban Decay is absolutely stunning. It is their Moon Dust. I'm tempted to keep this one because it is so shimmery and so beautiful, so maybe I'll hold on to this. I've done what I set out to do. That is now empty. Another one that I think could end up being emptied is this one. So this has eyeshadows and I think eyeliners, I want to say. So again, this is a category of makeup that I don't really use, so I think a lot of this can go. This is from Ciate. This is the Fierce Wing stamp. This is actually quite a cool product, to be honest with you. So it has like the wing stamped out. I don't know if you can see that, but essentially you sort of just like stamp this on. I might give this one a go. Maybe I'll keep this one. I have 3 of the Lancome Idol Ultra Precise Waterproof Liners. I think all 3 I will declutter. This is the Stila Stay All Day Liquid Eyeliner, and I think this is quite an iconic eyeliner, so I think I'm going to hold on to that one too, just in case. And I've actually managed to find 3 more from Stila. These again are the Stay All Day Smudge Sticks. So I've got a black, a sort of burgundy colour, and a brown. The only one I'm tempted to keep is the brown one. However, I do also have a brown from Charlotte Tilbury. This is the Rock and Coal Iconic Liquid Eye Pencil in brown. So I think I'm going to keep the Charlotte Tilbury one, and I'll declutter these 3 from Stila. The final duo is one from Beauty Pie and another from Hourglass. So the Beauty Pie is like one of those brightening ones, so I think I'll hold on to that. I really struggle to declutter anything from Hourglass, to be honest with you. It's just one of those like iconic brands to me, but I am going to declutter this. Not as good, but I've only got 4 and I feel like that's pretty good. Let's do brows next. This is Benefit's 24-hour brow setter. I use this every day, so I'm keeping. Then let me get out more Benefit products. This seems to be my Benefit collection of brow products, but I think they do brows so well, so it is likely that I keep a lot of these, if not all of them. So this is the Precisely My Brow Detailer in the shade 5. I actually am currently using a brow pencil in the shade 5, which is too dark for me, to be honest, but I'm going to keep it. This is the Gimme Brow Plus eyebrow pomade in the shade 4, so that's my shade. This is a Precisely My Brow wax. I've never used this, but should be good. Then I've got a Precisely My Brow pencil in the shade 6. Oh my gosh. Oh, I think that's going to be way too dark for me, but I'll give that a go. But I do think that'll be too dark for me. I didn't even know they went up to 6. And then I have 2 of the Mighty Fine brow pens, one in the shade 4 and one in the shade 4.5. I think I'm only going to keep one of these. Oh, okay. It's a brow pen though. I don't know if you can see that. It's like a little fork. I'm only going to keep one of these, and I think I'll keep shade 4.5 because brow pens aren't typically my type of thing, so I'll declutter one. What else do I have in here? This is the Too Faced Super Fine Brow Detailer in the shade Dark Brown. Would be good for me. This is a Revolution Beauty Dark Brown. Again, oh, it does look quite dark, but I will give that a go. From Maybelline, this is the Build a Brow. So it looks like we've got a brow pen on one side and then a gel on the other. I'll give that a go. I use a lot of brow products, so I really don't think I'll be decluttering many unless they're like in the wrong shades. This is from Blink Brow London, and this is their Ultimate Arch Definer, again in brown, so I will keep that. Another product from Maybelline, this is the Tattoo Brow Lift Stick. I think it might be to kind of like lift your brows. I don't think I want that. I'm decluttering this. These NYX eyebrow pencils are great. So these are the micro brow pencils. These are different shades, I'm sure. So I have brunette and, oh no, they're both brunette. Great, they are my shade. And then from NYX, this is the Lift and Snatch Brow Tint Pen. Now that actually sounds quite interesting, to be honest. So I might give that a go. From L'Oreal, brow lamination up to 24 hours. Now, brow lamination isn't really my thing. I don't love the kind of look of a laminated brow, but I might hold on to this. We'll see. Speaking of, I also have the Refi brow pencil. I don't actually know what this is called, but it's their sort of brow gel stick thing. And I did enjoy using this. I don't reach for it often, but I'll probably try that again at some point. This is also from Blink Brow London, and this is their Clear Brow Gloss, which I think I'll keep. And then from Maybelline, this is the Tattoo Brow Easy Peel Off Tint. I have used this before, but I will be honest, I don't love it, so I think I'll declutter. And then this is a Rogue old highlighting pen. This is actually a YSL one, and it's got no product. It's been empty for years, but I cannot bring myself to declutter it because I just think the packaging is super cute. And next up we have concealers. I don't love any of the concealers in my makeup bag at the moment, so I'm going to have a look here to see if any of these can make it up into the makeup bag because I just feel like I need something new. So we'll start off with Peexo. This is the CC Crayon by Under Eye. I think this is one of those tinted ones. Yeah, it is. I don't really use this, so I'll declutter that. From Bare Minerals, this is the Complexion Rescue Brightening Concealer SPF 25 in the shade Light Cashew. I think I've had these for quite a while, and I do think they're all opened. I think I have one more in here. And I want to say, I want to say the same thing. So I guess it's time to declutter them. 2 concealers from NARS. These are both the Radiant Creamy Concealer and both in the shade Vanilla, which is my typical shade. I do quite like this one actually, so I'll probably just go back to using this one. I'm going to keep both. From Lancome, this is the Serum Concealer. That sounds very nice. I have the shade 120N. I've not used this, so I'll try it. This is, how funny. This is a new version of the YSL. What's it called? It's called Touche Eclair, that's it. I was trying to think of it. This is actually a brand new one, so I've not used that one, so I will keep it. From Revolution, this is the Skin Silk Under Eye Brightening Concealer in the shade Light Peach. So this is another one of those sort of like color corrector concealers. But I mean, I decluttered the Peexo one because I don't really use it, but it's more like a crayon style, so maybe I'll use this one. I'll keep it in here and see if I reach for it. From Maybelline, this is the Instant Anti-Age Eraser Multi-Use Concealer. I've got the shade 01 Light. Believe it or not, I've never ever used this concealer, and I know it's such an iconic product, so probably time for me to use this one. This I have had for way too long. You can see it's actually completely split inside as well. This is the Peach Lowlighter from Rodial, time to go. And the last concealer in here is from Trini London. This is the BFF Serum Eye Concealer in the shade Alice. So I'm going to give that a go. It's a new concealer, like I said. I'm just going to pop in the other things I had. I have this Lash and Brow Serum, which really I don't know where it should go, but I'm going to pop it in there for now. My eyeshadow primer as well, and then the shimmery eyeshadow that I couldn't say goodbye to. Onto the back here, I've got some base products, some primers, some setting powders, and here I have eyeshadow palettes as well. I'll start from this end, I guess. So this is all Hourglass. I've told you how much I love my Hourglass products. This is the Vanish Stick in Nude. I don't think I've ever used this, but I don't even think this is the right colour for me, if I'm being completely honest. It definitely looks a bit too warm toned for me, so I think I'm going to declutter it. From number 7, this is the Intelligent Colour Foundation Sheer Coverage. This essentially is one of those that sort of matches your skin tint as you rub it into the skin, so I think I'm going to keep this. From Bare Minerals, this is the Complexion Rescue Natural Matte Tinted Moisturiser with SPF 30. I have the shade Bamboo 5.5. I have a feeling that's going to be a little dark for me, if I'm being honest. However, I do love me a tinted moisturiser, so it could be a good one for the summer months, so I think I'm going to hold on to it. From Too Faced, this is the Born This Way Soft Matte Oil Control Foundation in the shade Nude. I think this is a fairly new launch. I think it launched late last year, if I'm not mistaken, so I am keen to give this one a go. From Trini London, this is the BFF De-Stress Tinted Serum. I have the shade Lucy, and I think I'm going to give that a go. I have heard really good things about Trini London complexion products, so I think I just need to try that. From Eborian, this is their Super BB Ginseng Serum. It's got SPF 20 in there. This is the shade Claire. It's only got a 6-month shelf life from when opened, so I've definitely used this for longer than 6 months, or at least had this for longer than 6 months, so it's gonna have to go. From Lancome, this is the Tonti Doll Ultra Wear Care and Glow Foundation in the shade 240 Warm. This looks or sounds very nice. Oh, it sounds very nice, but it looks too dark. Another from number 7, this is the Stay Perfect Foundation in SPF 30. Trying to see the shade of this, but I do not know. So I think this looks too light for me though, so I'm going to declutter it. Also from number 7, this is the Lift and Illuminate Triple Action Serum Foundation with SPF 15. This one, on the other hand, looks a little too dark for me, so I am going to declutter it. If I'm being completely honest, I'm way more into like tinted moisturizers at the moment as opposed to foundations anyway. So from Laura Mercier, this is the Real Flawless Weightless Perfecting Foundation. This I don't know if I've tried before. I don't think so, but it looks really nice, so I'm going to give that a go. This is from Fenty Beauty. I have had this too long. Can you see here? The product has split. I've definitely had this for too long though. This was the Pro Filter Soft Matte Longwear Foundation, and sadly I'm gonna have to declutter it. Oh, now this is something I do really like. This is the L'Oreal True Match Nude Plumping Tinted Serum. This is in the shade Light Medium, and these are actually quite buildable, so I'm going to keep this one. I have 3 of these NARS Light Reflecting foundations, and I know they kind of don't look great, but actually these just need a bit of a shake. I don't know if I need all 3 of these, to be honest. I know I've kept all these 3 shades for like different stages of tan, if you know what I mean. So this is the shade Patagonia, and then I have the shade Vienna, and finally the shade Santa Fe. So I think I'm going to keep the shade, sorry, this is so hard to do with so many things in my hand. The shade Vienna I'm going to keep because that's my like usual colour. I think I'll keep the darker one, so I'll keep Santa Fe because if anything I can always mix this with Vienna to sort of create something in the middle, so I'll declutter Patagonia. Also from NARS, another classic foundation. This is the Sheer Glow Foundation, which Again, just iconic from NARS. I have the shade Light Vienna and also the shade Medium Villa Rousse. I'm going to keep both of these though, because again, no tan. I have loads of these skin silks from Makeup Revolution. These, I basically got sent loads of different shades of these to try out, and typical me, I have tried none of them. I kept the shades that I thought were most best suited for me, but I still haven't given them a try. Actually, these two are opened, but these two are not, which honestly is enough for me to say that these two are going to go. So the shade F8.2 and F6.5, I'm going to declutter. And then this leaves me with the shade F3 and F6, which I guess I just need to try. These are staying. These are Urban Decay's All Nighter setting sprays. I have 2 of the original, and I have 1 of the vitamin C versions as well. I love those, keeping them all. This is from YSL Beauty. This is from their new collection. This is their Dewy Mist, and I have used this. It's only got 12 months life in it though, so shelf life, so I'm going to declutter because it's definitely been open and used for longer than 12 months. I think next we are just looking at primers, although is this a setting spray? Yes, this is from Ciate and this is the Everyday Vacay setting spray. I'm going to declutter this one. I feel like I have enough setting sprays. And then primers, this is from Revolution Beauty. This is the Hydra Bubble Primer. I'm going to declutter. From Sculpted by Amy, this is the Beauty Base All-in-One Moisturizing Primer. I'm going to keep this. I've got a moisturizer from Sculpted by Amy that I really love, so I feel like this will be a really nice product as well. This is from Honest Beauty. This is the Everything Primer in Matte. Honestly, a matte base is not for me, and this is something else that has been in my collection for such a long time. I mean, it's brand new, unopened, so it might still be good, but it's just not for me, so I'm going to declutter. From Benefit, this is another matte primer. This is still new. It's from the Professional collection. And again, I just don't think it's my kind of thing, so I'm going to declutter. Finally, from Laura Mercier, this is the Pure Canvas Primer Hydrating. I think this is opened, and yeah, and opened. And oh, 24 months shelf life though. That's two years, so it might still be okay. So what I might do is pop this into my everyday makeup bag so that I finish it up. And then finally, towards the back over here, I have quite a lot of eyeshadow palettes for someone who doesn't use eyeshadow, as I was saying. But we'll go through these. I think I will keep a couple because I do think it's nice to have. So this is from Paul & Joe, and it is their makeup palette. Paul & Joe has such cute packaging. I just think, oh, honestly, their packaging just gets me. These are nice colours, but these aren't the sort of colours that I'm going to use realistically, so I'll declutter this. This is a Huda Beauty eyeshadow palette. It's the Coral Obsessions. I did actually really like this at one point, but now that I look at it, I do think they're just really like warm toned and not the best suited for me, so I think I'll declutter. This is a Hypnose palette in French Nude, so just a really nice selection of like nude colours, but I think this would be something really nice for like someone a little bit older, so I think this is going in a maybe. Talk about throwback with a sleek makeup palette. This is the Level Up I Divine eyeshadow palette. Okay, these are really, really nice selection of eyeshadows, but it's brand new and I just think someone else is going to use this way more than I clearly haven't. From NARS, this is the Dolce Vita palette. I thought this was such a good little mini palette to have, but it's sort of like pinky colours, which I don't really use anymore, so I'm going to declutter. From Fenty Beauty, this is actually a fun eyeshadow palette, and I know they're colours that I probably won't really use, but sometimes it's nice to have colours like these. This is going in the maybe pile. Oh, this feels like a serious throwback for me as well. This is the Bare Minerals Gen Nude Neutral eyeshadow palette. I used these eyeshadow palettes so much, and I still really love these shades, to be honest with you. I'm tempted to keep it. It's going in the maybes. This is new from Too Faced. It's the Born This Way Warm Ember Nudes eyeshadow palette. And I have to say, I think that's a really nice selection of shadows there, really. It's got a few nice shimmers and some nice neutrals, so I think I'll keep this one. From Urban Decay, this is a Naked eyeshadow palette. It is the Naked Skin one. Oh, again, beautiful shades, which now has led me to a complete change of mind. I think I'm going to say goodbye to the Bare Minerals Neutral and also the Born This Way, purely because I've used this Naked one and I've never used this one from Too Faced, so I feel like this could go to someone else. So I'll just keep the Urban Decay Naked eyeshadow palette. And last but by no means least, from Lancome, this is the Hypnose palette in Drama Denim, which makes me think there's going to be quite a few blue. Wow, this is actually stunning. I didn't expect to be blown away by it. It's so beautiful. But honestly, these, I'm not going to use eyeshadow like this. I barely use eyeshadow on a daily basis as is, and I just think blue is a bit too out there for me. But this is stunning. Oh my gosh, okay, so that is actually everything that I'm keeping, which is crazy. I decluttered a lot. I have so much space. I'm going to do a little bit of a play around and try and get all of my makeup into one drawer only, because I think that's perfectly feasible now that I have a much smaller collection. So let me do that and then I will get back to you. We have seriously downsized my makeup today. This is everything. This is 2 drawers worth whittled down into 1 drawer only. And I cannot tell you how proud I am of myself. I don't know if that sounds really silly, but genuinely, I'm just really, really pleased that I was ruthless today. So I'll give you a quick run through. I've got my mascaras in here, so mostly waterproofs in here, which are the ones that I will reach for more frequently. And then on this side I kept like those coloured mascaras and a couple others of like the overflow. Then the liners in here, which again, I don't have a lot of liners. I just think I kept like 1 of each colour type thing just to have. So that's there. Here I have my concealers, and then in this little pot I have my brow pencils or brow products, including like gels and all that sort of stuff. Then in this little pot here I have a blusher, highlight and bronzer drawer, so all those kind of base powder products live in there. I have 2 powders here. Here at the back I've got setting sprays, and then I have one lonely what's this called, primer. That's it, one lonely primer, so I might need to expand on the primers front, but that's that. And then at the back there I've just got my base products, so a couple of like tinted moisturizers and also like foundations and things. So that's everything. Obviously I do still have my makeup like pouch, my everyday makeup, which I keep on the dressing table, but compared to how it was, this is so unbelievably streamlined. It's done. I'm so happy. I feel like we did such a good job with this declutter. I mean, I've chipped a nail in the process, but I don't know when that happened either, so I don't know if like halfway through this video I just ended up with a chipped thumb filming through, but oh well, we did it. That's, I guess we just got to take the L. I'll actually show you the state of my dressing table. This is everything that's getting decluttered. This is my makeup bag, which I keep like mentioning, and actually I'll just show you it quickly. I mean, it does have a few things that I added in here from the declutter, but yeah, I have 1 empty drawer, which is good, and now I'm literally like, what am I going to put in that drawer? But actually, one thing we didn't go through was the lipsticks. So lipsticks is definitely something I still need to go through, and maybe once I do, they can live in this drawer maybe. For now, I think I literally just chipped another nail. Oh my gosh. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed watching. Comment down below if you think I've made any mistakes. If maybe there's a product in there that I just sort of rapidly decluttered and you actually think, oh, I think you'd really like that. Let me know in the comments, because I will most likely hold on to these things for like a week or so, just to make sure I don't miss anything. But I think for the time being, it's just good to sort of have a clear out and a declutter, even if it means chipped nails. But it's always good, and it always makes me feel a bit more like, how should I say, like I've ticked things off the list, you know? So thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel, and also let me know in the comments if you would like to see me do a lipstick clear out next, because that's definitely what I need to do next. But because it's not taking up space in any drawers, I'm kind of just living with it. So let me know if you would like to see that, and I can film that sometime soon. A big thank you for watching today's video. I hope you enjoyed it, and I will see you all soon. Bye.